Here we go. Let's get one with Indie. 94.3 Radio 1 supports original music performed by Indian talent. And this week's chosen one, it's such a happy surprise to welcome Shai to the show. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
At the top, I have to say, you're definitely not shy. I've checked the video out to your new single, and you are quite out there doing your thing, absolutely loving what you're doing clearly. So, Shai, let's get to know a little bit more about you.
Okay.
All right, so let's start from, where are you at in your whole, space in terms of your music and your career choices? Where are you coming from, importantly? What's been your influence and where are you going to take it?
So, I grew up in Mumbai and I've always been in a really musical household. Like, my dad grew up listening to, made me grow up listening to, African music, all different kinds of world music. So, I've listened to so many things growing up. So, my mom did her degree in Indian classical music. And so she used to sing me loads of old Hindi songs, one of which was called Chandani Rate.
Oh,
And
lovely.
because of that, I actually have a Chand tattoo over here. So, it was
Awesome.
very, very important to me. And I grew up in a very loving household, and there was a lot of support on what I wanted to do. So, I actually started with poetry when I was like 9, 10. I used to just write little random things. So, I went to the Liverpool Institute for Performing Arts, and that was a uni started by Paul McCartney.
Right.
And I actually got the opportunity to write with him in my third year, which was phenomenal. And I started writing my own stuff. I actually stayed in the UK for quite a while. So I basically relocated there and ended up writing songs for loads of different artists around the world. And it made me realize, I want to write now for me. And I think, like a lot of young Indian students who kind of bounce abroad, kind of then realize what value we have in our own country. It takes us leaving to realize what we have, and I think that's exactly what happened to me. And I realized how much culture there is that hasn't been tapped into, especially in the music scene. Here it's pretty much ruled by Bollywood. I mean, things are changing and I'm so happy about that. you know um and so when I left, I kind of realized, I was like, I need to write now for my artist project, and I really want to bridge that gap and kind of have Indian pop that's not just worked around Bollywood and to be a playback singer, just kind of, we don't have that many pop stars. I mean, I feel like nowadays, there are a few pop artists coming up that we've been seeing, like Arman Malik, Zayden. They're in the independent scene, but they're trying to fill that space that's empty and that we need filling. So for me, I really want to bridge that gap and, have both sides, because I've experienced so much in the UK, resonated with so much in the UK, but I also resonate with my country, So I just feel like I want to put them both together. And I feel like there is a English space as well that needs filling as well. There's a lot of it right now with the Punjabi scene, but I feel
Are
there
you
isn't
are
much.
you singing Jalebi Baby?
I do love that tune, I'm not gonna lie. I did like that one. I just got the
Yeah.
Derulo edition.
Yeah, and I have to add, I mean, if there is K-pop, there can definitely be I-pop, right? So I have to say, the reason why we're doing one with indie is to platform the incredible talent that we have across the length and breadth of this country. And this particular show is going to four metros. It's going to Bombay, it's going to rather Mumbai, it's going to Delhi, Bengaluru, and Chennai. And the kind of talent that we're seeing and hearing across all these metros is astounding. So I'm so glad that you're doing this, and coming to the writing space, Shai, um, uh, three words that will always find their way into your lyrics. A lot of us have catchphrases. So are there a few words, that will always find their way when you're writing your lyrics?
So I would say there aren't three words, but I would be able to hold on to maybe three emotions as opposed to words. So, I mean, I would go towards the standard, I would say, actually, because sadness is something we all experience. Maybe
Okay.
anxiety is something that in this particular climate we all experience or have experienced or continue to experience. And also, I mean, I would say romance because I'm a huge romantic. So that's something I would hold on to and like make sure I write about in my music.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I think I would lean more towards emotions than words.
Okay. Let's play a little bit of a music quiz. Okay. This is easy. This is easy. If you listen to the kind of stuff that we play on the radio, on 94.3 Radio 1, you get this. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Um, what does Justin Bieber get from Georgia?
Oh my God, I already know I'm going to fail at all these questions. Peaches?
Yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well done. Well done. All right. All right. Say my name. Say my name. Whose name is that?
Is it Beyonce?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It is Beyonce. Oh my goodness. So are you I'm guessing you're more of a Justin Bieber fan than Beyonce because you got that one far quicker than the Beyonce did.
I mean, I just sang it in my head, and that's when I realized.
Right.
And then I realized immediately.
So now when you look at these mega artists like your Beyoncés of the world and your Billie Eilish's of the world and stuff, where do you see yourself in that framework? You know, coming from India, where do you hope that you can take your your talent? Can we push it to that height where you become like a global name?
I think that's ultimately always been my dream. And in fact, actually, I was referencing Priyanka Chopra. Even though she's an actress, we've seen her do it. And she grew. She obviously did everything here initially, built up her career. For me, I've kind of got two spaces that I've been kind
Yeah.
of working at, and that's already a plus for me. I love my work in the UK, I love my work here, and it's the same thing. Yesterday I had my first BBC radio introducing play for my tune, and that was it
Nice.
just made me get faith. I feel like
Yeah.
people are, like you said, with K-pop,
Yeah.
people are open-minded now because
Yeah.
no one understands what half the words are except for like butter and like dynamite. So I mean, like, I know they have English tracks, but a lot of K-pop tunes aren't English and people
Yeah.
love them. So
Yeah.
I feel like there is a huge space for the Indian market.
Right.
Absolutely.
So, from the singer-songwriter space and the young ones that are making it, the Olivia Rodrigo, for example, driver's license. If you had to give Olivia Rodrigo a driving test in Mumbai City, what would you make her do actually?
I would just take her to where I had my driving test, where literally they made me drive like an inch ahead, an inch behind, didn't tell me to wear my seatbelt, and were like, "Yep, you've passed."
Really? Did you like flutter your eyelashes and then that did the job?
Yo, what sort of test is this? But okay, cool, great, I can drive now. That was terrible.
I know. So, I mean, Olivia Rodrigo apparently took a fair few tries before she could get her driving license in the US. So she just has to come to Mumbai City, I'm guessing, and try her hand there. So yeah, let's come to the single that's released. It's called All Dressed Up. And if I had to finish, that would be like all dressed up and nowhere to go. Is that what it's about?
Absolutely, it's about lockdown. I wrote it last year, actually, when I was in London and I had run away from lockdown in Bombay. And I was just writing about my experience because it was just bizarre. I mean, it was bizarre for everyone, I'm sure, involved with the world. So you take solace in knowing that everyone was kind of in the same position. But I found myself just trying to make the most of this bad situation, whether it be writing or my music, my Zoom sessions. But one thing that really helped me was just dressing up at home for no reason, because you feel like, okay, then at least you got something going for you.
Are you one of those that wears your 6 inches and then walks to the kitchen? Because I know I did that often.
I'm stick to my filas because I don't do heels.
Oh,
I can't do heels.
forgotten what it was. my God, I think my feet have flattened because I've forgotten what it was to wear high heels and all of that. But back to the song, I can see that you're singing like a line in Hindi, like one line.
Yeah.
Is it because your Hindi is as bad as mine, or you're good at it?
Well, actually, I kind of wanted to ease into the Hindi scene because for me, I definitely want to have it half and half. So right now it's like 1% Hindi, but I definitely want to have both half and half, and I kind of wanted to ease it in. So for my next song, hopefully, it'll either be one that's fully Hindi or one that's half and half again.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to just test the waters. I think this was my first single, and the song's meaning was more important to me. But I definitely wanted to stick to my brand and have something like a little sweet spot of Hindi in there.
Yeah.
You know? So yeah.
And your influences, you sound so much like the singer Mabel from the UK.
Thanks. I love her. She's sick.
Yeah. So influences then, Shai, in terms of artists, in terms of mood and feel, what have been that?
I mean, I would definitely say like so when I was little, I used to listen to a lot of emo pop, like Mayday Parade, The Script, One Republic, that was what I grew up kind of listening to that I enjoyed. So emotionally, that's what I resonate with. But nowadays, like I love Lainey, I love Camila Cabello,
Yeah.
I love Selena Gomez. I mean, I relate to a lot of the romantics. So like with Camila Cabello, like when I saw her romance album, it was literally like that's what I want to do, and that's what a lot of like younger, I mean, I feel like a lot of young people can resonate to that because it's just about trying to, find a good situation even when there is a bad situation, you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
that's definitely my influence.
Okay. All right, here we go. Thank you so much for checking in with us today, Shai. Good luck taking things forward. You're definitely going to shine, and we're going to say yay to iPop.
Thank you.
94.3 Radio 1.
One world, your station.